The king comes here tonight." "I know," said Lady Macbeth. "And he's never going to leave." What do you mean?" "He's never going to leave. If you're going to be king, you need to take action. You need to take action tonight." Macbeth had not thought of this and said, "Yes, okay. Well, we'll better prepare for the banquet." The king came. "My lovely Lady Macbeth." "My lord, you're so welcome here." Thank you. Please come in. Your happiness is ours. Your comfort is ours. And here, in our castle, you will be safe." Well, there was a huge feast to welcome the king. Ho-boys coming in and out with leather jugs filling up cups. And there were songs, and there were poets. But Macbeth wasn't there. Macbeth was walking on the walls. "No, we can't do this. We can't kill the king. We can't kill him. In my own castle? I have a duty and obligation. I'm responsible for his safety. Besides, he's my friend." Then Lady Macbeth came and said, "Where have you been? Has the king been asking for me?" "Yes, he has." "We can't go through this. We can't go through this." "What are you, a man or a mouse?" she said. "I thought you were a brave man, not a coward. But we can't kill him in my house. We can kill him, and we will, and you will be the king. But what if we fail?" "If we fail, then we fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we will not fail. Trust me. This is the plan. What I'm going to do," said Lady Macbeth, "is get his servants really, really drunk by this very strong wine. They'll fall asleep. Tonight, you go down the corridor to his room. Open the door. You will not be challenged. Kill him. Come back. And then put the daggers, all full of blood, in the servants' laps. They'll think the servants murdered him." "Okay. Yes. Okay. Be strong. Be strong for me. Please be strong for me." Well, my friends, that night, in the middle of the night, when the whole castle was asleep, and the sound of snoring echoed down the corridors like a dragon in a drain, Macbeth and Lady Macbeth, in their bed, were not sleeping. They were staring at the ceiling. Macbeth got up. He put on his robe. He went to the drawer, opened the drawer, took out 2 daggers, put them in his belt, opened his bedroom door, stepped into the corridor, and made his way to Duncan's room. Down that corridor, right at the end of the room, he could see the door. He could see the drunken servants outside the room, supposed to be guarding, but they were asleep. And he saw something, an apparition. Something appeared right in front of him. He didn't know what it was at first, and he saw it was a dagger. A dagger, dripping blood. He reached out to try and grab it, but it was not there. It was a dagger of the mind. And he said, "You will not stop me, for now I am going to bring Duncan to heaven or to hell." He opened the door of Duncan's room. He stepped inside. The moon came through the casement. It lit up Duncan's bed, and that old man with his white head on the pillow lay silently, breathing. Macbeth took out his daggers. And when he'd finished, he turned. He walked out, still holding the daggers. He closed the door and made his way down the corridor. In the stables, Lady Macbeth was waiting for him. Where is he? Has he done the deed? Is it done? Is it done? Suddenly, he came in. Is it done? Is it done? Oh, did you hear them? What? The noise? No. When? There, when I was there, there was a noise. Someone screamed. Murder, murder, most foul. Sleep. Macbeth has murdered Sleep. It was nobody. Someone having a dream. Don't worry about it. But what about the daggers? What? You're still holding the daggers. I told you to wipe the blood off onto the servants and put the daggers in their lap. Must I do everything myself? She grabbed the daggers. She ran back up the stairs, down the corridor. She saw the sleeping servants, wiped the blood on their faces, and put the daggers in their laps, and then ran back down. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth quietly washed their hands. They dried their hands. They made their way back up to their room. They got into bed. They pulled up their blanket, but they did not sleep. They just lay there, staring at the ceiling